So Eminem, 50, everybody outside, light the cigar. I was bugging because I seen, this is when I knew Eminem was real. He's like, don't give a f, man. This is when I knew, I'm like, damn, Eminem is a real nigga.
Oh yeah, Eminem came back with the vest. Yeah, Eminem was outside with it. Shout out to Eminem.
On the day that Eminem decided to join forces with Dre and 50, he immediately stepped into murky waters. However, this wasn't something that caught him off guard. In fact, him was scurry, and he never let others intimidate him. That's why he decided to speak up about that time when Suge Knight dropped by the studio and tried intimidating the whole clique, but him was never afraid. So first thing is, let's kick off things with introducing the big bad wolf first, Suge Knight. If you ain't know by now, Suge Knight is quite the character. He used to be a very important name in the music biz, especially for the West Coast scene. He was formerly a record producer and co-founder of Death Row Records. Now back in the day, Death Row was a big deal in hip-hop. No, like seriously, think about all those hip-hop legends like Snoop, Dr. Dre, Tupac. They all had ties to Death Row and Suge Knight. But Suge wasn't just about music. No. He had this wild and sometimes violent side, both in the music scene and in his personal life. He's got a laundry list of stuff that made him look like a real troublemaker, almost like a music industry boogeyman. But nobody could deny that he contributed to the success of the superstar hip-hop artist that Dre, Snoop, and others have become today. This is what Snoop had to say about Suge and his wits.
And people don't like giving him credit, but he was a brilliant motherfucker when he was at his best. He was a sharp thinker, he was smart, he had an answer to everything. He was like the fixer, the cleaner. Yeah. Something's wrong, he knows what to do. And we was always doing something wrong and we didn't know what the fuck to do.
One big thing that made him infamous was his alleged involvement in Tupac Shakur's murder. Suge was with Tupac the night he got shot and killed. A lot of folks start to think that he had a hand in it. And it's not just that. He's also been accused of roughing up Vanilla Ice's bodyguards and making him sign over the rights to Ice Ice Baby by dangling him off a balcony.
He had me look over the edge, show me how high I was up there.
You scared?
I needed to wear a diaper on that day.
But that's not even the half of it. Suge's been convicted of all sorts of other crimes, like assault with a deadly weapon and domestic violence. Plus, he's been linked to the Bloods gang, and people speculate that he's used his music connections to help out the Bloods. You add all this up, and it's no wonder Suge's got this rep as a real dangerous and real controversial dude in the music scene. Now, Eminem's rise to fame in the late 90s and early 2000s was a real uphill battle for him, and he had to deal with some serious obstacles. One of the biggest challenges was none other than Suge Knight. Suge had a reputation for bullying anyone who made it in the rap game, and Eminem was not spared from his tactics. Now, it might sound crazy, but Suge Knight actually wanted to get rid of Eminem right from the start, and he tried more than once to end M's career, maybe even his life. There are claims that Suge made 2 separate attempts on Eminem's life. Now, these allegations came to light through Eminem's former bodyguard, Byron Big Naz Williams, who says the first incident went down in 2001 during the Source Hip Hop Awards. Big Naz and M crossed paths when Naz got involved with Eminem during its peak of his fame with My Name Is. At first, Naz turned down the opportunity to collab with Eminem, but he eventually decided to give it a shot. On their very first night of working together, Naz had to step up and physically protect Eminem from a possible danger. This incident led to an offer for a touring role. Even though Naz originally joined the crew to connect with music industry bigwigs as a producer, he shifted some gears to prioritize Eminem's safety, making it his top concern. In an interview on the Murder Master Music Show, Byron Big Naz Williams went into detail about what went down at the 2001 Source Hip Hop Awards involving Suge Knight and his crew.
Source Award goes to...
Who that?
That would be Stan, Eminem.
Eminem.
According to Big Naz and a bunch of others who talked about it, the award show had some strict seating rules. They wanted to keep artists and their bodyguards who had beef with each other at a safe distance, mainly just to avoid a full blown-out brawl breaking out. Now, back in those days, tensions were running high in the rap game, so you can guess why they didn't want any trouble. Eminem and his crew thought they were just sitting pretty, not realizing that they were right smack in the middle of a feud between Suge Knight's Death Row Records and Dr. Dre. So when Eminem tried to take a seat, a bunch of dudes in red shirts started yelling Death Row's name and saying Suge sent them to stir things up. It was a major shocker and clear sign they were in a dangerous spot. But your boy Big Naz jumped in into action and gave Dr. Dre and his team a heads up to keep Eminem safe. Now, after the Source Hip Hop Awards showdown, Big Naz was on high alert, making sure Eminem was protected for the rest of the event, and even then some. He even asked for a getaway car just in case, but security rules meant the limos couldn't linger too long by the red carpet. So Big Naz, Dr. Dre, and the crew just had to stay on guard backstage, watching out for any potential threats to Eminem. Big Naz planted himself right in front of Eminem, ready to step in at a moment's notice. Meanwhile, Dr. Dre and his bodyguards were in full beast mode to keep anyone from getting too close. But you know what? Em didn't back down. No, even when things got tense and dicey, he showed real guts by just standing up to Suge Knight's crew, despite their threats. Now, this was just the first of 2 alleged attempts on Eminem's life by Suge Knight, as per Big Naz's account. Big Naz also spilled the beans on another wild incident involving Suge Knight trying to mess with Eminem, and this time it went down in the state of Hawaii. Naz says that they got word that Suge was gunning for Eminem during some event out there, so they had to be super careful and keep Eminem safe. Suge was not messing around either. He sent a whole army of 50 dudes to Hawaii to crash Dr. Dre's Power 106 event. When they landed in Hawaii, they got not so warm welcome from 20 Honolulu cops who told them what was going on. Big Naz and the other bodyguards had to gear up, throw on some bulletproof vests, and keep their partners close. They had to lean on Interscope to cough up the cash for extra security with Honolulu's finest because old Suge had some major pull in the area. But wait, there's more. Reggie Wright Jr., who was knee-deep in death row business, was in on this too. Reggie was a former cop and security big shot for Death Row and is the son of Reggie Wright Sr., a Bloods gang member who was the head of security for Death Row Records. So according to Reggie Wright Jr., Dre and the gang were off to Power 106 as a part of Media Blitz. They were going to give fans a shot at winning tickets for a private gig in Hawaii. Reggie caught wind of the plan and spilled the beans to Suge Knight, who was locked up at the time.
You know us, being young, dumb, and jealous. It's like, oh no, these niggas ain't going out to Hawaii and have a ball. It ain't happening on our watch.
And wouldn't you know it, Reggie booked the same flight to Hawaii as Snoop, Dre, and Eminem. As Reggie Jones tells it, the folks on that flight repping for Suge Knight gave Snoop Dogg and even Battle Cat, a well-known music producer, a hard time. And when it came to M and the bodyguards, Reggie had to say this.
And Snoop was back there, and Cool Rider and them was over there just torturing him the whole way. Spitting on him and all of that.
But hey, they all made it out in one piece, and fans are damn glad that nothing went down with M and the crew. Reggie and his crew got in some hot water though when they were meddling in security stuff when they got back to Jimmy Iovine, the big cheese at Interscope Records, and a close homie of Dr. Dre. Iovine was fuming because providing security for Dre, Snoop, and Eminem in Hawaii cost, well, a pretty penny. When they touched down, Reggie's son said M and his bodyguard bolted off that plane and got a police escort home from the LAPD. The LAPD couldn't pin anything on Reggie's team because they hadn't done anything wrong. Now, Suge's attempt to mess with Eminem didn't amount to squat. Back in the day, Suge thought he could control just about anyone he wanted with all that power he had. But M, 50, and Snoop were not about to bow down like that. Tony Yayo from the G Unit spoke in detail about the time when Suge Knight tried intimidating 50 Cent and his clique during the making of the music video for In the Club. M was there too, and according to Yayo, he wasn't having any of it. Suge's attempts were futile.
So Eminem, 50, everybody outside. I was bugging because I seen, this is when I knew Eminem was real. He's like, I don't give a f, man. I'm like, damn, Eminem is a real These niggas, 50 niggas outside, what's up? And then the nigga just walked away. The Mexican niggas looked kind of confused, like they didn't know what was going on.
Some couldn't believe that M was that savage, but it turns out that he was. One person wrote, I believe it, because back then Eminem was wild, crazy, reckless, fearless, and wanted all to smoke. He was foolishly brave and didn't give an F. Now, a lot of time has flown since Suge tried to rule the rap game, and now people can't help but compare where he and Eminem stand today. You probably already know that Suge Knight's doing some time behind bars, and there's a big old question mark on whether he'll ever see the light of day again. So all that influence he once had, well, it all went down the drain for old Suge, and nothing good's gonna come out of it. On the flip side though, Eminem carved out one of the most epic rap careers and still holds the title of GOAT, according to plenty folks out there. M soared straight to the pinnacle of the rap game. People felt some kind of way about how close Suge came with messing with him. If that had gone down, who knows what the rap game would look like today. Suge's problem was his ego playing mafia boss. He thought he was invincible, and look where he is now, and where M is. But what y'all think about Eminem never backing down? Not even when he was faced with the intimidation tactics of the scary Suge Knight. Gang. Let us know what you think down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, keep that fresh hip-hop news coming to your feed every day. And as always, remember to keep it RIZZLE.